Imagine for a second that you had the powers of a god and were able to shape a planet to your liking. Now imagine that you could travel the stars and the galaxies without any limit. And now imagine you could do all this while accompanied by a talking raccoon and a sentient tree called Groot. Yeah, basically that's just to say, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last night, and I have to say, I was a little disappointed. For those of you who don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy is the monster hit in the Marvel superhero movie franchise, and it's all about a ragtag bunch of unlikely heroes led by Star-Lord, basically a millennial Han Solo played by Chris Pratt. So I said I was disappointed, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot to like about this movie, and I do recommend you go see this one. The good about it was definitely fun. I laughed out loud frequently throughout the movie. I think the comedy was the strongest aspect. In particular, Drax's character, the big angry warrior played by Dave Bautista, his lines were consistently spot on. Even though I gotta say, his whole, I'm blunt and extremely literal and also very naive, it all felt like a shtick, he's pretty much a one-note character in terms of his dialogue, not much else to him. Groot was cute, pretty much Guardian's version of Puss in Boots from Shrek, so lots of moments. And Rocket Raccoon was fantastic, both in terms of his banter and also the CGI. They really made that raccoon look super expressive. The best part of the film was Yando. He's the blue guy played by Michael Rooker with the fin and the pointy teeth, and he's got that arrow that goes and kills anyone when he whistles. It's pretty cool sequences he got, but he got a great emotional arc as well as a character. So I would say Yando stole the show. So the individual bits were all good or very good, but I did feel that the movie was extremely dispersive, as if everyone in the movie were just having their own adventures, their own individual storylines. The group hardly ever worked together as a team, which is the whole point of Guardians, and the characters spent way too long on Kurt Russell's planet. It just felt like there was a lot of filler there. By the way, did you see how they CGI'd Kurt Russell's face to make him look younger in those early scenes? It was amazing. Now this de-aging tech, this CGI, they've used it before, they've tried for ages. They recently used it in Star Wars Rogue One to recreate Peter Cushing's face. They're using it in the new Pirates of the Caribbean to make Johnny Depp look younger. They used it in Captain America Civil War to make Robert Downey Jr. look like a teenager, and it's always looked really, really unconvincing and super creepy. But not this time. This time, the way they de-aged Kurt Russell was incredible. It was the most convincing use of the tech I've seen in any movie. It really fills me with interest and curiosity about the potential for this technology in movies. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I thought it was way too padded, there wasn't as much magic as in the first one, and the whole movie felt like it was shot on a green screen. Because it was. I don't mean to blame them for it, it's a sci-fi movie, but in the whole movie I don't think there was a single scene in which we saw a shot of the actual sky. And that just makes the whole thing feel fake, because it's shot on a soundstage and you can tell. And that gives it a small scale type feel. But beside its flaws, the individual moments were strong enough to give me a fun time at the movies. What do you guys think?